Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Civic TV, your home of infotainment. Eastleigh, yeah man. So today we're talking about Eastleigh. So when you hear the term Eastleigh, what comes to your mind? Basically, you think business. If you're Kenyan, you think business. You think a trading hub. All that. So let me tell you a story of Eastleigh. Eastleigh is a vibrant neighborhood that is located in Nairobi, which is the capital city of Kenya. Sometimes it's referred to as Little Mogadishu or Garissa, or sometimes Little Somali, because it has got a very strong Somali cultural influence. It's located in the northeast of Nairobi CBD, and of course it has become a very major commercial and trading hub over the years. Anytime you think of business, you definitely think of Eastleigh. So how do you get to Eastleigh from the CBD? We have a very, very well connected transport model from the CBD all the way to Eastleigh. So we normally have very good public transport, be it buses, be it mini buses or matatus. They are readily available, and you can easily, as a resident or a visitor, get to travel conveniently within the city to this particular point. And now Eastleigh has got, it has become a very major business in trading hub because there are very many commercial activities happening there. It is also doing very well in real estate. As you can see there, a lot of buildings have come up. There's been a lot of rapid urbanization, whereby development has really happened over the years, and currently it has got a very good mix of both commercial and residential buildings. There are a lot of small shops, there are bigger malls, there are major apartments, So Eastleigh is really doing very well at the moment. So besides doing very well on real estate, besides doing very well on business and trade, besides doing very well on transportation, there are a lot of opportunities in Eastleigh as well. A lot of infrastructural development is happening currently. The place is actually very densely populated by the Somali community, amongst other ethnic communities that have equally come in. So it's a cosmopolitan place, a cosmopolitan area. So many other tribes live there. Is not just the Somalis, but with all these people coming in, there is a lot of overcrowding. So really, there is a need for housing, and once that happens, then it means more buildings have to come up to accommodate all these people. And of course, another thing is, with the overcrowding, there comes a challenge of insecurity. So there is a threat of insecurity as well in some areas of Eastleigh. But basically, we are here to now look at one speck of this, and this one part that we are looking at today is business and trade. So we're here to just check out, have a sneak peek of the streets, and we are here at the busiest street of Eastleigh actually. So we want to see how busy is the street, what actually happens there, what wares do they sell at the street, and then after that we'll explore the biggest mall in East Africa, or one of the biggest malls in East Africa, that covers about 130,000 square meters, or meter squared rather, called the BBS mall. So we'll get to explore it later, but in the meantime, let's just check out this busiest street in Eastleigh and see the wares that are being sold in this particular area. So I've actually left the background noise intentionally so that you guys can get it raw and uncut, so that you can actually get the feel of Eastleigh. And you might be wondering, I say this is the busiest street, so what is the name of this busiest street in Eastleigh? Actually, this street is called First Avenue. It is the busiest street in Eastleigh. Almost all the bigger or the major malls that people come to patronize are in this particular street, so both sides of the street. So it's called a First Avenue, and it's one of the busiest roads in Eastleigh. So on the sidelines of this particular road, that is the First Avenue road, that is where now a lot of the action happens, and that is where we are. That is what we are now actually exploring. So I'll explore First Avenue in detail, and I'll show you very many places within the First Avenue. So don't tire, walk with me, and I believe that you'll definitely enjoy the experience. It's gonna really be mind-blowing at the end of the day. So join me, let's get the raw footage, let's get the raw action as it happens right here at Eastleigh First Avenue. Yeah, so guys, as I was introducing the video, I talked about the fact that a lot of construction is happening, a lot of urbanization is happening at Eastleigh, and as you can see on your left, a lot of activities happening. Buildings are coming up, a lot of buildings are being constructed at the moment, because there's a lot of demand for space, for commercial space, there's a lot of demand for residential space, and investors have to keep up with this, and that's why such activities are happening. So it's very intentional. There's demand for housing, and whenever there is demand, supply has to be there. Supply has to be now worked on to meet the demand, and that's what now amounts to business. So people are working really hard day and night to ensure that they get to fill up these spaces. And one thing that's very unique is that majority of these malls, if not all, they're actually fully occupied. So occupancy is 100% in Eastleigh. You can't compare to some of the apartments or some of the buildings that we have at Upper Hill at the moment. So right here, a lot of the spaces, the commercial spaces, are fully utilized. You might be wondering, so what will make me as a customer go all the way to the 6th or 7th floor of a building to buy something, yet I can access the same right here? So I'll tell you that story later, but in the meantime, let's get to the BBS mall. Yeah, we are on our way to the BBS mall, the biggest, if not, okay, let me say one of the biggest, if not the biggest mall in East Africa. This mall is very unique. It actually covers 130,000 meters squared of space on the ground. So really, it's very huge. Of course, I think I saw somewhere that the Morocco Mall is actually the biggest mall in the world. It has got about 500,000 meters square rather, but still we are catching up. We're not doing badly either. So yeah, our BBS mall is actually pretty good because it boasts of about 130,000 square meters.
This is really, Eastleigh, guys.
It's Eastleigh. Good. Once it gets full occupancy,
the biggest mall.
Yeah, we'll really enjoy. So there we are, man. That's our mall. Check it out. It's very massive. So I'll be covering it. I'll cover it. At least I'll try to go around it if I can manage to do that. I'll try to give you the best views of the place. But yeah, that's how the mall looks like from the side. So let's now explore the other side of the mall and get a feel of how the place actually looks like. So let's go.
This is the biggest mall in Eastern Central Africa, the BBS mall. So let's check it out from the other side, guys.
Yeah, so that's how the mall looks like, and as you can see, the mall is not yet complete, construction is not yet complete, but a lot of a lot of customers are already taking up space. For instance, Carrefour is here, Premier Bank is already here, and many others are equally have shown interest in the mall. So a lot of business is coming up. There are several banks actually, not just Premier Bank. There are a lot of banks that are actually coming to this mall. There is a mosque in the mall as well. So considering that there is a Muslim kind of culture or background, because a lot of the Eastleigh residents are Muslim, so that is why they had to have a mosque in here. There's a very massive parking right here. So there are a lot of other facilities that are in this mall that we'll get to explore in a few. So let me just summarize what BBS Mall will be having on completion, because it's not yet fully complete. So it will have a 7-star hotel, 7-star, mark that guys, 7-star hotel, over 3,500 shops, 3 hospitals, 12 banks. So we've just seen one bank, Premier Bank, but there are 12 banks that will be established here, 32 restaurants, and 2,200 parking spaces. Let me repeat guys for the record. It will have a 7-star hotel, over 3,500 shops, 3 hospitals, 12 banks, 32 restaurants, and 2,200 parking spaces. A massive space indeed. Yeah, let's now get back to our First Avenue. Let's get a different angle at First Avenue. So let's now concentrate a bit and just check out the wares that are being sold here and there. The mattresses, the clothes, very beautiful clothes right there. Suitcases and luggage bags, that you can use when traveling. A lot of wares really. More and more clothes right there, shoes. I mean, anything that you need, you can definitely get it in Eastleigh. We have TVs being sold here, electronics, all kinds of electronics, furniture, all kinds of furniture. Though I've not covered it here, but there are a lot of things that are being sold. Yeah, more clothes, more malls are open. You can go deep down there and get, what you need. So there's a lot really that is being sold here. So let's keep moving. Let's keep walking through and check out what we have right here. Due to the busy nature of this First Avenue, it's actually very, very, the traffic is normally very tricky, or should I use tricky really? It's very crazy. As you can see, the vehicles that are loading right there, and customers are all over trying to patronize the shop. So your vehicles all over the road, and guys want to pass. We have motorbikes that want to use the road as well. It's really crazy. It's very hectic. The traffic is hectic at this particular area. But we have to manage, because business has to happen. People have to buy what they need. People have to make a living at the end of the day. So, man, that's how Eastleigh plays out. But really, anything you need, you'll definitely get it here. Anything legal. let me be precise. Anything that is legal, you can definitely be sure to get it in Eastleigh. For illegal things, I don't know, because I've not asked around about them, but I'm very sure that anything that is legal, you'll definitely get it right here in Eastleigh. So let's keep moving around, guys. I'm giving this trip so that anyone who has not been to Eastleigh before can actually easily come to Eastleigh and just know their way and just find their way around and find what they need. So whichever designer cloth you need, whichever kind of bag you need, you definitely get them. You won't get them on the streets, you'll get them in the malls. But I did not have an opportunity to get into the malls because of the time I was recording this. It was a bit late. I couldn't make it to go into the malls. But still, sometimes prices are even cheaper out here because when you get to the mall now, there is rent to be paid in the mall and everything else. Unless you're buying in wholesale, you want to get a very good deal. But actually, if you want to try trade, if you want to try maybe selling clothes, selling all these things that are being sold here, you can come buy them on wholesale and then go out there and equally sell, and make a profit. So actually, most of the people that come to buy things from Eastleigh, especially clothes, they don't buy them for their own consumption. They actually buy them and go to sell them out there as well. So it's business. So you buy clothes here of maybe electronics and everything you buy in wholesale, then you go now and sell to the other people. You are selling convenience because people don't have time to come to Eastleigh because of how hectic it is. You can't get parking and everything. So if I struggle to get here to buy things on your behalf, when I go selling to you, I must mark it up and of course make my profit. And that's what actually happens. So this is Eastleigh, guys. We're still on the First Avenue. So First Avenue is really long. You see, we've taken almost 5 minutes walking around in just one lane, and we're yet to fully cover the place. Yeah, you are yet to fully cover the place. So we've now turned. We are taking the other side of First Avenue. So I showed you one side, so I'm now shifting to show you the other side of First Avenue. The reason why I'm doing this is because most of the products that we saw at the other side are not obviously the products that we have in this other side, because we haven't seen much of mattresses. The other side that I just showed you, we've not seen much of carpets, doormats and everything from the other side. So that is what we are now, that's why we've shifted to the other side, so that we can check out what else do we have in Eastleigh that we did not see the other side. So we are here now to check out mattresses, carpets and many other things that we probably missed in the other side that we started with, but we're still on First Avenue. So as I said, much of the action in Eastleigh actually happens in the First Avenue. Yes, the other areas equally have good products, but much of the action actually happens here because this is where most of the malls are located, and it is the place that actually registers the highest traffic. Yeah, so let's keep moving, guys. Let's keep moving. Let's keep checking out what is in store for us right here. Yeah, so the buildings are very, they're very long buildings, very tall buildings. Not skyscrapers per se, but they're still, their construction is really taken a center stage here, and the buildings are big. So you can check out mattresses there, guys. They sell mattresses in bulk. Their prices for mattresses are actually very good. So people come from a very, very far away estates, of very far away places to just buy mattresses from Eastleigh, because transportation is guaranteed, of course, with matatus, with vehicles, with buses that come here every time. So you want to be worried on how you will carry your wares to where you live. So people come here to buy that. So we're still traversing the place, guys. We're checking out the products that are in the market. Yeah, guys, don't tire. Just keep walking with me. Keep walking with me as we check out the place. Yeah, sometimes actually shooting or recording is hard in these places because people will wonder why you're recording. So sometimes even the angle that you place your camera has to be very, very unique if you're to capture anything. Otherwise, I still don't have the guts that other YouTubers have of going displaying the camera out there and just vlogging on the street. Sometimes it's not very safe, especially in an area like this where it's very, very densely populated, and you can easily get your phone grabbed off. So you must really be very, very cautious when trying to vlog, and that's why sometimes even the camera angles are not really as professional as they should be. But you know what? That's the beauty of vlogging. That's the beauty of vlogging. Yeah, so curtains, very nice curtains right there. Yeah, First Avenue, guys, pretty busy, very busy. Yeah, that's how it is, guys. But I really hope that you now have a feel of Eastleigh. At least you know what Eastleigh looks like or what to expect in case you happen to visit Eastleigh. As you've seen through this street, we've seen a lot of carpets, a lot of doormats being sold here and there. And of course, man, clothes are the order of the day right here. So anytime you need clothes, this is a place to be. This is a place to come for them. Of course, we've our Okadas right there, our motorbikes, to ensure that your travel around is very, very safe and very convenient. So they sell a lot of convenience here as well. Yeah, so I think we've seen a better part of Eastleigh. And let's keep enjoying the trip, guys. Let's keep enjoying the walk around. So I call it a walk around because I'm on foot. So if it was a drive through, then probably I could have shown you more stable shots. Yeah, but I decided to just walk around so that I can get a good feel of the place. Very, very good feel of the place. Yeah, more doormats there, guys. As I said, you see doormats, carpets. So many, guys, so many. That's why I decided to pass at this side as well. And you can actually have a feel. So let me leave you to have the actual feel of the market.
Don't leave me high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're gentle in wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry.
Yeah, so it's getting very late, and it's about 6:30 p.m. right now, 6 to 6:30. I'm not very sure. I did not confirm the time. I did not look at my watch then, but it was really getting dark, and guys are now closing. But you can see construction is going on the background. Just as I said, a lot of construction is happening, a lot of urbanization is happening in this area because there's demand for space and they have to really work on shopping space. So it's getting late, and as you can see, people now, it's actually rush hour. Some are parking, some are now taking advantage of the rush hour to sell, but majority of the shops, majority of the stalls have now been closed, and so majority of customers are now buying their wares along the streets, but most of the stores have been closed at this hour because it's getting late. So you can see a lot of curtains being sold there, a lot of curtain shops. Those are curtain stalls right there. So you buy mattresses from outside and then go in and get your curtains. So it's still First Avenue, guys. So as I said, First Avenue is where all the action happens in Eastleigh. Doesn't mean you can't get the products you need in the other streets, but definitely this is where everything happens. So thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.
You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here.